Hello friends and welcome to our YouTube channel Sawal with Raj. And in this episode, we will ask Sawal number 4. And that Sawal number 4 is, what did we get from Chandrayan 3? That is correct. We all know that India successfully landed its mission Chandrayan 3 on the moon. But the question is, was it just a technology demonstration that we can land, or does it hold some scientific values? That means, did it discover something extraordinary? And if it is discovered, what does it discover? That is a very important question which we have to explore in this video. So get ready and fasten your seatbelts. So first question, what did Chandrayaan 3 observe on the moon? The first answer is, Chandrayaan 3 discovered sulfur and oxygen on the moon. And that is a key discovery, because Chandrayaan 3 became the only rover which discovered the presence of oxygen, and that can cause a wonderful achievement for the humanity. That is done. Second one, we demonstrated soft landing on the moon, that we can land, and that is also okay. We have achieved that. Third one, Chandrayaan 3 did a hopping experiment. Now, what is hopping experiment? Let's say I have a lander over here on the lunar surface. This hand is my lunar surface, and this one is my lander. The lander rises up in the sky, moved to a certain distance, and then again soft landed on the moon. That experiment is called a hopping experiment. Now, why ISRO did this hopping experiment? It is just a test that whether we can do it or not. Because in future, if ISRO plans a mission where we will send a lander will collect the soil samples of the moon and will have to return back to the Earth. So in that case, the lander will have to rise up from the lunar surface and have to, escape the moon's gravitational effect or moon's influence and then return back to Earth. For that mission, the experiment which we did, the hopping experiment which we did, was very, very important. And not only that, ISRO is also planning for manned space missions. And maybe in the future, ISRO would like to send humans on the moon. And for that, we also make our humans to return from moon. And for that case, we have to make the lander to rise up in the sky. So in order to make the lander to return from moon to Earth, we need to do the experiment that whether we can move the lander from moon to a certain height or not, which we have done with the hopping experiment. So I think now it is clear why hopping experiment was done from ISRO. But believe me, this hopping experiment was a surprise for us because it was not a part of the mission objectives as per official documents which we have. So these are the positive sides. And not only that, Chandrayaan 3 also help us to understand the variation of temperature as we go down to the moon's surface. And that was also key data or key findings which we can say. So these are positive sides of Chandrayaan 3. We can say that we have landed on the south pole of the moon. Our rover did walk on the lunar surface, and that was a marvelous achievement for us. But here is one question. Can we say that Chandrayaan 3 is a 100% successful? Because if you can go to the mission objective initially, the objective was that the rover which we have, the Pragyanrover would walk through a distance of 500 meter, but it only walked to a distance till 100 meter. That means we are still short of 400 meter distance. And as the Chandrayaan 3 mission is almost over, because nowadays I don't see any kind of reactivation of the lander, because I believe that the lunar night which happened destroyed the instruments which was there on Chandrayaan 3. But one more thing, here destruction doesn't mean that this Chandrayaan 3 and rover get broken. It was intact, but the instruments get deactivated, or in Hindi we can say kharab ho jana, or malfunctioning. That might happen because of lunar night. Okay, so we can say Chandrayaan 3's mission is already over and we cannot expect anything more because it has already achieved what it was had to. But there is only one thing which it didn't achieve. The rover had to walk through a distance of 500 meter, but it walked to a distance only up to 100 meter. So in that case, we can say the mission can be considered as 98% successful, and it cannot be 100% successful, but still it is a wonderful mission which we have achieved, and that is a marvelous achievement which we have done, because ISRO did this mission at a very lowest cost in a budget of around 600 crores. So what we did with that budget is outstanding, and we should give a clap and praise to the scientists who worked very hard on that mission. So the conclusion is, the mission, from my opinion, is not at all fully successful. It is 98% successful because the Pragyanrover didn't complete its 500 meter walking distance. on the lunar surface. It only completed 100 meters of walking distance. Along with that, it did some extra experiments which we didn't expect, or which ISRO also didn't officially announce. That is hopping experiment, which was a remarkable achievement which we have. And with this, India became the second country in the world after USA to do the hopping experiment on the moon. And that is really a proud feeling for all of us. Third, we found sulfur and oxygen on the moon. Fourth, we had given the data to the world that how the temperature varies if we go down to the lunar surface. I mean, if we go down to the lunar surface, if we dug deep into the lunar soil, how the temperature varies, we did that. Not only that, we also measured the moonquake. That is right. The way we have earthquakes on Earth, there are also some moonquakes, and that moonquakes were measured by ISRO's Pragyanrover, and that is a wonderful achievement which we did. So these are all the scientific data which we got, and that was made public by ISRO, which is very helpful for future moon missions. But I can say, even if it is 98% successful, it is still a remarkable achievement, because this title cannot be snatched by any other country from us, that we became the first country in the world to land on the south pole of the moon. And that is a proud moment in itself, which we can never forget. So I hope all the question which I had asked in the beginning of the video is already answered. That the mission is 98% successful from my point of view, but 2% we can say that that can be managed because we did something extraordinary like hopping experiment, and that was something which is covering up that fault which we had in the mission. Now, there are many people who are saying that maybe Chandrayan 3 will again get reactivated because already the lunar night is over and now we are having lunar day where sun again rises on the moon. But I must say no, because it's been already 2 to 3 days and we are not getting any signal from Vikram lander. And that was expected because the lander was only designed to sustain for 14 lunar days. But when there will be a lunar night, I mean when there will be a sunset on the moon, the temperature will drop down and the instruments will not work properly, and that will become malfunctional because it cannot sustain. Those instruments are not designed to sustain that lunar cold nights, and that is why I believe that we should give up our hope that we can again revive Vikram lander, because whatever it has done, and it has done a remarkable job at all, and that is without any doubt. And I believe that the mission is already over and we are 98% successful. Once again, that doesn't mean I'm saying that we are not successful. We are successful, but 98%, because our objective was that the Pragyanrover should walk for 500-meter distance. It didn't. It walked only for 100-meter distance. But still, it is a wonderful achievement, because in the south pole of the moon, the nature of the soil is different than what we had on the other parts of the moon. Yes, that is clear, because we have heard that when the Pragyanrover will walk through the lunar surface, it will leave an imprint of our national emblem and ISRO's sign. It did, but we cannot see it properly. Why? Because the lunar soil which we had on South Pole is different from what the lunar soils are there on other parts of the moon. So it is very difficult to create a clear-cut impression of our symbol. But that is also a matter of research, because we got something that the lunar soil which we had on South Pole is not the same as the soil which we had on the other parts of the moon. And that can be a key result which we received from this event, that we were unable to leave the clear imprint of the Ashok Chakra and Ashok symbol what we had on the lunar surface. So I hope that the discussions which I had today with you is very, very interesting. And the purpose of my video is to discuss with you all the questions which we might have in our mind. And that is why you can see I do not edit any video, because I want to make it very, very authentic so that you will feel like you're talking to me. I also have all the tools where I can edit the videos. I can make some visuals, some appealing visuals, some appealing sound. But I avoid that because I want to make it much, much authentic. Because here I'm a person, I'm a normal guy like you. And in all the topics, whatever we had, we are asking questions. I'm asking your questions, because these are not only my questions, these are the questions of the entire world. I'm just raising up one questions and answering it as much as we can. I mean, I'm not answering it. We are discussing the solution of the question. We're discussing the question which we had on our mind. So that is what I'm doing. So just take it as a discussion which you are having with which you are having with me. So if you like my video and if you just show me more, if you want me to ask more and more questions which are very easy, compelling to our human minds, you must subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon so that you will never miss a single question from our side. And share this video as much as you can. And please support my channel to keep motivating me for making these questions and to answer it as well. And in future, I have lots and lots of questions. We also have lots and lots of questions. Maybe you can also suggest me some questions. If you have any question in your mind which you want me to explain, you can write in the comments below and I would be happy to make a video on that particular sawal. So who knows, your question might be sawal number 5 for our YouTube channel. So that's all for today. Take care, friends. Goodbye. We will meet again tomorrow. Till then, stay safe and keep asking questions, because Albert Einstein said, if you want to know something, be curious, because curiosity is something which helps you to gain knowledge. And I know that for the past few videos, I was talking about Indo-Canada relations, because I told you already that my channel is not only limited to news and politics. My channel is not about only a particular domain. My channel is all about asking questions from different domains and discuss it with all of you, because as a responsible citizen, this is our duty to be aware of all the kind of questions which are hovering around in the entire world. So guys, that's all for today, and we'll meet again in the next video with a new sawal. Till then, good luck and bye bye.